Hey everybody, happy Friday. I just wanted to pop in here and let you know that I attended the Washington State board meeting this morning and just wanted to give you kind of an overview of what they talked about. I was only able to be there for the first hour, unfortunately, because I had another meeting that I had to go to, but we're going to start attending these for the states that our members are actually located in. As long as the meetings are being held virtually, we'll be able to do that and just kind of give you an idea of what state boards are talking about around the country. So here's one. The Washington State Board meeting today, the first thing that they talked about was reviewing the school rules and the approval and denials for schools and how that worked. They went over their state statutes about how they approve schools, the information needed, and then what happens if a school is denied and why a school might be denied. They reviewed 3 schools today. 2 of them were approved. One of them, they issued a letter. They needed some more information as to what school actually does. So they sent a letter to them. And then there was a public comment section. And I thought this part of the meeting was really interesting. And I was kind of bummed that I had to leave and wasn't able to listen to the rest of it. But basically what they were saying during public comment is that no out-of-state graduate has been licensed. Sorry, I'm just looking over at my notes. No out-of-state graduate has been licensed in Washington State without school approval. They have to approve out-of-state schools in order to, when you move into Washington, you need to be have attended one of these schools that were approved, which is my understanding. And they were saying that the states won't take a look at transcripts from other states, and that there is frustration with people moving into Washington State from other states, out-of-state grads being able to apply in the state and to receive their license. So I guess portability is pretty tough in Washington State. There are pathways. It's not like you can't get licensed there, but there are some more hoops that you have to jump through if you're going to move to Washington to be a massage therapist from somewhere else. The board says that they want the massage therapist next door to be just as qualified as they are. They did make clear that there were pathways for people to get their license, but their biggest goal is to make sure that you're qualified and that they take public protection very seriously in Washington State, because therapists are bona fide healthcare providers in their state. They said that there is more portability in licensing in the physical therapy profession or osteopathic medicine professions. And that we are in an unequal regulatory environment, which I think that most of us have kind of gathered so far. That also Washington State regulates medical assistants differently than other states do. So for them moving into Washington State, it's also a bigger challenge, just like it is for massage therapists moving into their state. They did say that the board had tried to find a way to address those challenges and those legal issues. And since they raised the requirement of hours in Washington State for massage therapists, it is more difficult than other states, and they do understand that. But they have big concerns about school programs in other states and the quality of education that students are receiving, and also the oversight that is received in these school programs. And they mentioned Idaho specifically as, you know, one of their neighboring states that does not have the same standards that they do. And they're really concerned about people moving from Idaho, coming into Washington State and having to meet the healthcare standards that they've set forth for massage therapists. They also said that Washington is setting a precedence on healthcare standards for therapists, and that if you don't meet the education requirements for healthcare and being a healthcare provider, that you may not meet the standards that they set and be able to be a healthcare provider for your clients. So there are hoops to jump through, and they're going to continue to be that way. until or unless other states catch up with what Washington state is doing. They also said that they have more rules in place legislatively for massage therapists. And they said it's a big challenge for people who are coming in with programs that were only 500 hours. The programs are not equivalent across all of the states. And the board brought up that there is no national unifying body, and it may never happen since every state is kind of like its own little country. Unfortunately, I had to leave the meeting at this point, but I wanted to relay that information to you and kind of give you something to think about today, and just let you know what they're doing in Washington. The next board meeting that I will be attending is the Arizona State Board meeting. And I'll give you a little synopsis after that too, so you kind of have an idea of what's going on. All right, well, have a good day. Thanks. Bye.